start by talking a little bit about the SBA loans. Can you describe a little bit about like kind of what's included in that, who's eligible to receive that kind of aid?
Yeah, there's the SBA program originated out of the small business, the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, as they call it, is being administered by the SBA. And not to confuse folks, but typically, to qualify for an SBA loan, there are a lot of regulatory requirements that are needed. This is different in as much as it's not a typical SBA program. The SBA is administering it with the banks, and that's how it has the SBA title. But basically, it's intended to provide paycheck protection relief to small businesses and sole proprietors and the like. Basically, if you have 500 employees or less, and they're not affiliated with a larger company, in other words, if you're not private equity backed or part of a franchise system that isn't in the hospitality industry, you will qualify. And what they've done is the Congress has made $349 billion available for these Paycheck Protection Program loans. Now, they're a loan in name, in as much as when you fill it out and you apply, you're going to your bank and the bank is granting a loan, and you'll be getting monies from the bank for the purpose of paying payroll, rent, benefits, and utilities, basically. But it is a loan that will be forgiven if at a later date, to be determined, you are able to produce documentation that demonstrates that money, in fact, went to payroll first, rent and utilities. If you go in and apply for one of these loans and get the money and then go off on a trip to wherever or use it to pay your mortgage, that's not going to qualify. So basically, small businesses, 500 or less, sole proprietor, independent contractors, you name it, you will qualify. You have to go to your lending institution. The assumption is that most businesses, independent contractors, what have you, have a relationship with a bank. Typical small businesses are already eligible to apply. Independent contractors, the time for that process to begin, that starts on April 10th. Congress felt that it was better to at least get small businesses employing a larger number of folks in the door first. As of this morning, 130,000 loans have been processed for $38 billion of the $350 billion. As of this morning, Chase wasn't even participating yet. They will at some point. And what it's envisioned that optimistically, maybe the money will last until early June. But realistically, the sense is it's going to be gone in a week or so. And the key thing here is that you get in when you can, and it's a standard form that all the banks are using. It's very easy. It's a portal on your website on our website that you'll be able to use and process. And the aim is to get these loans paid out within 2 to 3 business days. So that's it in a nutshell. And it was really a bipartisan initiative, the brainchild of Marco Rubio, who recognized this thing early on as a potential problem, and worked with Senator Cardin, who's the chairman and ranking member of the Senate Small Business Committee, and they got this together, and it's really a novel approach, and we'll see. The hope is that it will work out. Importantly, if the money runs out, and it's expected to run out, the Congress is planning to appropriate more money for the program, and the Treasury Secretary has made it very clear that they intend to go back and request more money. So even if you're at the back of the line and you don't get any money in the next couple of weeks, you will still be eligible for money, and it's fully anticipated that program will be plussed up. In other words, there'll be more money put into the program.